Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Tay Tiz, and I'm here today with a Crackdown 3 multiplayer review. Starting off, I want to get out the way. The random hiccups you see in this video, man, I don't know what was causing them, but I did break it down to the fact that it was only happening during Crackdown 3. So I don't know what technical function or what was happening internally that was actually making my game perform like that. I was looking at the readings and like there's no hiccups in terms of my CPU, my GPU, or my RAM. So I don't know why it was doing that throughout just my entire playthrough of the game, but I just wanted to go ahead and clear the air on that situation. Now let's talk about the game itself. Crackdown 3 is Crackdown, man. There's nothing really game changing or innovative from the first two Crackdowns. It definitely looks a lot better. It's more vibrant and it feels a bit more fluid than what the first two had to offer. But in terms of like game changing or something to draw you in if you've never played a Crackdown before, there's nothing here that provides that. The game itself already deals with the identity problem of the destructibility and the cloud and the fact that it took so long. So it's kind of dated in terms of what the game itself has to offer. Now, I'm not just endlessly hating on the game. It definitely can be mindless fun in terms of if you wanted to just hop on something, play a few rounds before you went somewhere and did something else. I mean, it's definitely something you could jump right into, get a game in, and bounce. But in terms of like if you're trying to go hard and be competitive, this ain't it, chief. More so because the fact that the game itself has lock on aim, and with lock on aim comes terrible gun balance. Because with terrible gun balance, you don't really have to worry about gun balance in the game with lock on aim. The primaries and the secondaries really don't offer much difference between their options in each category, except with the primary you have a pistol, a submachine gun, and a 3-round burst rifle. And then for the launchers, you have the homing rocket launcher, the 3-round burst rocket launcher, and the laser rifle. Again, all of that really doesn't matter because the lock-on aim itself is going to carry you within these games. If you are good at shooters, you're just going to be dominating most of the people who's playing this game with you. And I was playing this game with a controller, so that doesn't even change whether you're using keyboard or mouse or not. And that really kind of kills most of what the game has to offer in terms of gunfights and stuff like that. You also have these abilities. You have a super jump and a shield, but you might as well have just kept the super jump out because in the shooting game, and if you had an option to have a shield that stops damage for a short amount of time, I don't see why you wouldn't pick that in the first place. So in terms of abilities, it's definitely lacking in that department. The game modes that they actually have to offer are team deathmatch and domination. Nothing really innovative on both of those fronts, except the fact that for the domination mode, the points kind of jump around, and that's pretty much been done lately in most shooters that haven't been adding domination. So there isn't this kind of a cookie cutter type of gameplay, and how you approach the situations are going to be different for each point because some points are in destructible buildings, some points aren't. So I mean, it just changes up how you're going to approach those situations. And those come far few and in between because you're already doing the same stuff you'll be doing at those points anyways. In terms of longevity of the game, man, it's there, but it's not. It's something that I definitely do see people constantly revisiting if they don't have other options. But most people who probably playing Crackdown 3, probably on Halo, probably on Gears, probably on many other shooting game options that will provide them with a more competitive and more skill-based type of gameplay than what Crackdown 3 actually has to offer. And that kind of goes hand in hand with what I want to say next about I figure maybe there would be some form of competitive play to it. There's slight. I'm not gonna say that there doesn't take any skill. There's a slight form of skill involved in how you play, but in terms of like you being like the best in the world, man, it's easy for anybody, and that's purely because of the fact of lock on aim. So don't look for too much in that department. In terms of recommendation, man, I give it a 3 out of 5. Do I recommend it to anybody? I wouldn't recommend paying $60 for it, but I got it for $2 on Game Pass, so I'm not really hurting for anything in this situation. It's definitely a Game Pass game, man, and I definitely say give it a shot. It's worth a shot, but I'm gonna leave it up to y'all to make that opinion on whether you will continue playing it or not. I appreciate y'all coming out, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about Crackdown 3 in the comments below, and I appreciate y'all watching my video. It's Take Tizza, and we out. Peace.